All right, what's up, y'all? I'm NotBae, and welcome to our Mewtwo podcast. I'm joined by Anbil, Peace, and Zenkai, all amazing Mewtwo mains, and we're just going to be going over either some commonly asked questions, some of your questions that you posted either on Twitter, YouTube, or my Discord server, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. You guys want to say hi?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, people?
What's up, losers?
Actually, the first question that I did not put on here, you could see like all the questions on my stream, but one question I did not put on here, and something that a lot of people were asking, is what got you to main Mewtwo?
Okay, I'm gonna start. He's being badass.
Fair enough.
For me, I used to go to tournaments at a library, right? And I started playing Smash 4. And when I was playing Smash 4, there was this little kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he saw that I picked Mewtwo, and I lost this. And then he started running his mouth, right? So I'm like, all right, next time I come back, I'm gonna be mad good with him. And then I started playing him a lot more. And then he got buffed. And then I started kicking everyone's ass. And then it just went on from there. So it was more like I just wanted to destroy that kid.
I liked the Pokemon first movie a lot. I watched it when I was a kid and I cried. And yeah,
Gotcha.
that's it.
I originally played Greninja back in Smash 4. That's when I really started, like, I guess, exploring the competitive scene in Smash. And then I saw eye studying and footstool combos, and I thought my puny lizard brain is never going to be able to optimize this or be able to do it. Switched over to Mewtwo, which also happened to be the time around where he got buffed. Turned out to be a good decision. I was still trash at that game, but definitely felt a lot better.
I was a prime Wi-Fi warrior in that game.
All right, so first question. This is probably the one that I get asked the most is, what is, in your opinion, Mewtwo's strongest aspect, whether it's his neutral, combo game, advantage, ledge trapping, etc. And I guess what's your reasoning behind what you think?
I think his advantage is the strongest. Obviously, like his neutral is pretty strong. Actually, scratch that. Yeah, I think his neutral might be one of the strongest parts of his gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And advantage second, disadvantage obviously the worst. I think his neutral is definitely one of the strongest parts of his kit, and advantage is quite up there as well.
I think it's his combo game. When you're never truly losing with him, like I feel like he has so much potential. Like you get one disable, and depending on your follow-up game and all that, and especially if you have a fully charged Shadow Ball too, you can take stocks really early. And disable, that's like get an automatic shield break. So if you're like really consistent with your setups and all that, if you go into a set with that mentality that you can like always bring it back, I feel like it will definitely help you out.
He's pretty good at killing. I think he has good neutral, good kill power. He's got good mix-ups too.
Let me just say one more thing.
Yep.
So that's also a really good point that he just said with the Shadow Ball thing. Like, if it's becoming too much of a problem, try playing some games where you don't rely on Shadow Ball as much. That way you can like get better with all of his other movesets and all that. So you don't rely too heavily just on Shadow Ball, where it becomes just having that like a plus, you know, like.
What do you think is Mewtwo's weakest aspect? It's probably a foregone conclusion because I feel like I know what everyone's gonna say, but like what specifically?
Well, actually, I feel like landing is really bad. Not just being comboed, because obviously he gets comboed, but I feel like every character can get comboed, but
Yeah, of
Mewtwo
course.
just, in most situations, he doesn't have a good landing hitbox. Your best bet is like doing a mix-up with teleport. Sometimes I don't feel like he has. I feel like he struggles against juggling like a lot. You can obviously just go to ledge, but ledge is also terrible for him.
Honestly, I don't even think ledge and disadvantage is really that bad. It's just he can only f up a few times, which is what messes me up. Because whenever I get off ledge, like I definitely get away with some whack stuff. And with teleport being like lagless now, and like side B double jumps with that, like it's kind of. I feel like I'd have a harder time with other characters getting off than I would Mewtwo. So I wouldn't necessarily say he is like a terrible disadvantage. It's just the fact that if he gets hit 3 times, he's done. What I think his worst issue is disjoints. There's a lot of times where I'm just trying to back air someone, and I just have to accept that it's going to trade, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to lose the trade because I'm the lighter character.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
Which actually,
Yeah, exactly. Like how many times you play in Nest and you know they're going to flowchart Nair down? and you trade with it, or that move just has priority because the tail's the hitbox. It's not a good disjoint.
Trying to edge guard Bowser with back air is a pain in the ass.
Exactly. Exactly.
It should be so good versus Bowser, but it just doesn't fucking work because the hurt box is there before the hitbox.
Exactly, because it should be free, but his disjoints they booty cheeks.
I'd say it's definitely a problem, but I think that just dying early combined with the fact that he has a terrible disadvantage is what makes it terrible for him.
I agree too.
Yeah.
I think it's bad as well. It's just for me, I definitely say disjoints are the thing that affects me the most.
Yeah,
I'm confident enough to get at a disadvantage to a point where it's like I just want to keep going with advantage.
Which then I guess leads me to a follow-up question, and it's like I guess surrounds two potential buffs that a lot of people ask about. It's either buff the weight or remove the tail hurt box or do something to where it's more manageable. In your guys' opinion, does Mewtwo need both, need one, or like which one makes more sense to you guys? Or does it, or just like no buffs at all?
I would be happy with a knob smash buff.
So just like disregard the weight and the tail entirely.
I feel like I've given up on the tail getting fixed at this point, so
Fair
I'll
enough.
be happy with just knob smash.
I want a down air that spikes.
True. I've been thinking about that. What if Mewtwo had Falcon's down air?
All right, that's too much, but like that spike never spikes when you want it to.
Nah, that's true.
So,
Every time I use that move, they go up, and I don't like it.
bro, but that's a really good combo extender sometimes, though.
It is, but I want it to spike. Also, only thing I really want, honestly, I think he's fine as a character. I don't even think he's bad. I think he's pretty good. It's just the tail on certain moves. Like, what they did before one of the patches, where Mewtwo got buffed, is his dash. It was initially like Falcon's, where he, like, makes his hurt box bigger, so his heel would get hit by certain stuff. So they moved, like, part of his tail into the Z-axis, so that doesn't happen. Because I remember there were sets where I would play with, like, Utopian Ray, where I'd try to dash at him, and I'd get hit by Explosive Flame, because I just made my hurt box bigger. But they fixed that, and the only thing I could think of is, like, adding that for something like back air, so I can actually, like, hate you and, like, not trade, possibly, but, I think character's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Only change I really want is tail.
Wait, I lied. I'm sorry to cut you off. Grab! It is so bad! His dash grab
I'm glad
is
you
terrible.
mentioned it, bro.
Okay, his dash grab, yeah, I agree. It
His
sucks.
dash grab is hot garbage.
Yeah, his dash grab is actually terrible. It just straight up doesn't work half of the time.
Honestly, who is a worse grab than Mewtwo? Like, unironically.
I've been told by a lot of Cloud mains that their grab is very bad.
Nah, they're
Yeah,
stupid as hell. They got big-ass hitboxes. They can cope.
And before someone says you have Shadow Ball, you can cope.
Nah. He can cope with his loss.
But yeah, so honestly, the only change I want is tail. Everything else is just quality of life. Like fair. Why did it change it? So in Smash 4, it was frame 7, but the animation started frame 6. So they fixed that. So it was frame 6. Then in Ultimate, they kept the same animation, kinda, but no, they reverted it back to frame 7. So the fucking animation doesn't align, and it looks terrible. This is just something I really want personally. Make Mewtwo fair auto cancel.
It does. What? Does
No,
it?
it doesn't. Not Rising.
Why would you want to make that move even brokener? That's like the best
Because
tool.
it sucks Rising. Yeah, I wanted to
No,
like
that move's
Rising as
broken.
well.
Cope with it. Cope with it. That move carries.
It does.
Carry.
But
You can't make that
wanna
shit
be
better.
I want to be carried even more, okay?
No, you get
I
No,
do.
take what you get. Take what you get. No, fix the bad shit. That thing is fine. That doesn't need to be better. I don't want to get complaints.
Actually, on that point, another question I want to ask is: so we've all said like what changes you would ideally want. How likely do you think it is? Like, should Mewtwo players have any hope of like him getting buffed? Because
Nope, Sakurai gave me the finger.
I have given up hope that Tail's gonna be fixed. I don't
Gotcha.
think
Yeah,
it's ever gonna
likewise.
be fixed.
I sent a letter to Nintendo and I did not get a response, so
So we've said what buffs we would like for him to just like, function a little bit more of what to our liking. But what buffs does Mewtwo need to be top tier? Like top 10 in the game?
In what sense? Like a broken top tier or like a fair top tier?
Let's say
'Cause if you want to make that shit broken, disable the full screen move, and I'm the best player in the game.
let's say Lucina level of top tier.
That's not a top tier.
That's a top tier. Shut up.
Different top tier. Name a better top tier.
Fine, Wolf.
Oh shit.
That's not a top tier. Name a better top tier.
Okay, Zenkai.
Wolf is broken. What do you mean, that guy?
No,
Wolf
he's
is
not.
broken. He is.
You got no neutral. That character is fine.
Let's see. I need to look at the freaking character roster,
You
dude.
know what? I'll say it myself. Rob, okay.
Rob is not a top tier.
That
but
jab
okay.
needs to be un-SDIable.
All right, yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Hmm. And it doesn't only work in the corner. In fact, now it doesn't work in the corner. It works everywhere else.
So you roll behind someone, and then you just get
No,
them.
you don't even have to roll anymore. It's just jab.
Yo, that's the Zenkai.
That's more than Zenkai. That's the top 10 player Zenkai.
Damn.
That's me and my pride.
I honestly don't think Mewtwo can be top tier in this game. With the mechanics in place, I don't think he can be a top tier. I used to think so. Because his advantage is so good, but him being so light and having such a terrible disadvantage, I just don't think he can be top tier. I think he can be like high tier. I think he's like bottom high tier right now, but I think he could be a solid high tier with a few buffs, like tail buff. He will be a solid high tier in my opinion.
Very nice.
I don't care how good he is. I'm still going to beat people's ass with him.
That's true.
Also true.